What is up, my dudes? It's Pac-Man here, and today I'm bringing you guys the first episode of OR6 analysis. And before anyone says it, yes, I do know that I say the letter OR weird. Get used to it. It's going to be at the start of every one of these episodes. But for anyone that doesn't know, OR6 analysis is going to be a new series where I basically take your gameplay and your footage, and I'm going to be basically watching it and, you know, giving some live commentary, some tips and some analysis, do a bit of coaching live for you guys, right? So let me know what you guys think of the series and whether or not I should kind of keep it going or if I should just cut the neck. If you enjoy it, obviously I'll keep doing it because, you know, I think it's going to be really fun. But yeah, first we got FaZe Babu Freck. Sorry if I killed that. Number one, first tip, take FaZe out of your name. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, he's basically a gold 1 at the moment. Fell as low as gold 3 this season. Says that he used to play, you know, around that mid-plat range, probably more suited to a low-plat range, but he's just been slumping, can't break through this kind of slump that he's had, so he's sitting around like gold to mid-gold at the moment, and just wants to know what he can do to improve. So I have like flicked through this video really quick just to make sure the footage was right and there was a full 4 rounds. So I guess without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're playing on bank offense first, and we got my man's going Habana. Got a coffee here as well. How do I get rid of this? There we go. Sounds American. This is ping the duck just there before. Probably not a good move. Doesn't seem someone else has pinged him now, the IQ. And he pays the price. Trying to make the great escape. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Nicely done. Okay, so straight away, the first thing you can tell is mechanically,
Ager's top square.
he's sound, most likely. Yeah. So he's currently playing at gold 1 at the moment. I would imagine, just by the look of this, that mechanics aren't going to be this guy's issue, so we're going to have to lean more towards game sense and other things. So he's droning straight into open area here, which I don't mind. He's going for the hatches, but the only issue with this, someone's gone down in service straight away. There's no cohesion. No one's coming with him. The only issue with this is that if they're playing upstairs, it's easy, fast rotates down. And they can rotate up main stairs. If you're Habana in this situation, you definitely don't want to be going this alone. You need someone watching what he's watching right now, but here's what it is. It's paid off. Playing the hatch, but again, I'd be very cautious playing this hatch. Just right now, purely because there's no one watching that flank. Twitch gets a kill. Thermite goes down. Did Thermite get the wall open?
Where's this Maestro cam?
Nice angle. Not a whole lot of communication going on. Minute 20 on the clock. In a good position though.
Maestro's in garage.
So is he gonna just try and watch the main stairs? Is he gonna push it? Looks like he's gonna push it. I don't fully see the point in going main stairs there, but then again, they have 3 playing server. They're going for the plant. Needs to be watching side hatch. Poor execution. The problem with that last round is that, like, the execute was wrong. There's a pretty standard way to take that side, to take that bomb, get that bomb down. You need a Thermite to breach the wall. You plant backwards, one watching door, and that can be the Habana from above. That can be the hatch player watching the door, one watching the rotate, and then one planting. Hopefully, you know, to watch for that flank, he could have put a flank drone down. He had a drone in his pocket. He could have put it down for the person that died, the person that went down. But realistically, when you know that there's a better way to do something, it's almost your responsibility to say that, right? So don't get salty after the fact. Let it be known and communicate. Because they don't know where you are either. They don't know you're not in position. You didn't tell them.
God.
See, I'm not saying that this is specifically my man's fault, FaZe. I'm just going to call him FaZe. I'm not saying specifically FaZe's fault, but there's a pretty obvious lack of cohesion here. Like that thermite spawned on the complete other side of the map. I assume FaZe here is trying to get the batteries. They're trying to stop the Bandit trigger. But, you know, what's the point in kind of doing this right now when that thermite's on Skylight? It's not. Just kind of doing a whole lot of nothing currently. Pulls out the Bandit. Don't love this. Don't love this at all. Surely he gets punished. Nice shot.
On the desk. Fucking ADS.
This man. Who just shot me through the wall? I know it wasn't Bandit.
Heat banner.
Let's go back and watch that. Like, I don't think that's you can really say ADS. First of all, I don't like the rappel. I think you get punished in higher ranks for that. This is a nice shot. Instead, here, throws a flashbang,
On the desk.
gets killed.
Fucking ADS.
Blames the ADS, right? Like, I think that flashbang, I don't even think that flashbang would have went off if there wasn't an ADS before he died. The problem was that you threw the flashbang. You're dead before it would have
On the
even went
desk.
off.
Fucking ADS.
So, you know, that kind of comes down to that whole, you know, blame game and not taking responsibility. You made the right play. Like, you know, going through main lobby was the play. Don't love the rappel. You hit a nice shot in the Cade, but, you know, instead of re-ADSing, expecting someone else to peek that after you killed, like, it's going on again. Instead of, you know, instead of being expecting that second player to peek when you've killed his mate from behind, you throw the flashbang. You know, sometimes that flashbang will work, but in that particular situation, it didn't. As you were throwing it in the motion, you got peeked, you know? So I'd always be of the mindset of just, you know, don't bother, just keep your gun out, head level, and expect someone to re-peek. So yeah. Going for the same thing here. Like, like it works. Like, I can tell. I'm just gonna keep referring to you as FaZe, my dude, and I can tell that like you have played at a higher level because, you know, this is nice. Like, that's a good way to kind of prevent that Bandit trigger. But what's the point if the thermite's not there? Like, where is the thermite? Habana's got the bomb. I believe that's got to be thermite on main lobby rappel there. Going for the rappel again. Let me just make a quick comment on this. Like, this might very well work again, and it worked the first round, but it's the problem, and it's kind of why I recommend people to jump into competitive play, especially when you're kind of at this level. You can tell that that FaZe, like, you know, he's at a point, his mechanics are solid. He understands, like, you know, knowing that you can kind of deny that battery, or that Bandit trigger from the roof. It's not something that everybody knows. So, you know, you can tell that he's kind of got that game skill and that game sense and the mechanical sense, but, like, you know, so he's probably ready to take that step into competitive play. You know, even maybe it's at a lower level, but he's ready to make that move. And I think if you don't, if you were to make that move into competitive play, you get punished for things like this. Like, you know, realistically, they're playing second floor. Usually there's someone at elevator. As soon as you hear the rappel, I know if I heard the rappel, that's the first thing I check. I check for I check for the skylight. You know, get away with it, but again, you can hear someone in an elevator. Someone around top banana. Almost reinforces bad habits. drone. That's the first time I've seen you drone in a little while. I get it, you are an Ash though, so you're not going to be droning as much as others. I like this. Don't have to overplay. Sit tight for a second. Calls it out.
Which side? By the stairs or in the elevator?
I don't know. He was side of the elevator.
IQ's pushing up. Banana. We got 2 coming from the front.
One's a banana.
IQ goes down. Says affirm. You still got the banana player.
Banana elevator right now.
Gets the Jaeger.
Potato. Right. I need to ash that.
Well played.
Planning.
Probably.
It's in janitors.
Nice. Fall back. Well played. I'll rewind to something there in a minute and I'll show you.
I need to rotate him around.
Holding a longer angle, kind of playing that safety position.
Oh, you saw.
Still in.
It's fine. Don't need to over peek. Change position. Well played.
Around Trump. Or banana, I can't tell.
Yeah, well played. Post plant, that was great. Can't really flaw that at all. This little portion here, just if we want to go back, if you want to get picky. So after you kill the bandit and we're planting, so let's think about it, right? I'll use the mouse to explain. So Habana's planting right there. You've got janitor peak right there. Like Habana probably could have planted over this side to give yourself more of a chance, but take it as it is. So Habana playing right there. You've got janitor on the right, and then you've got the breach on the left. So when you push forward here, you're not, you're kind of half watching anything. It works out. It works out. The player came janitor, but if you think about it, if you played from here and just kind of sat tight around this sort of position, you were sort of ready for that janitor and the breach, right? I understand that the breach player could have peeked out, and that's probably what you were thinking as well, that the player could have peeked out and just shot the Habana, but I don't necessarily love this little portion here. Just that sprint out kind of like, yeah, don't love that. But no, after that, the post plant was great. I love the fall off and the play. So well done. It's actually quite difficult. So I'm interested in how the rounds play out, but I'm also trying to give on the spot feedback. We're going for the run out. Nice.
Oh my god. Barely made that.
Well done. You can't really fault that, but again, certain things will work. Like you're too good mechanically for this rank for gold 1. You tell your crosshair placement, you're shooting even that. Mechanically speaking, you're better than you should be. So it is things like intent. Like that's what I would definitely be thinking here. Pretty sure you can one-shot that cam off, by the way. Because it's on a monitor. It's destructible. Like mechanically speaking, you're too good for gold 1. There's no doubt about it. Like you can definitely play at a higher rank, and you have in the past. So, when we're getting nitty gritty, and it's harder for me to give you advice on this because like you're solid. That's unlucky to an extent, but you weren't really doing a whole lot of anything there. A minute into the round, she got aggressive, and it paid off for her. Wouldn't worry too much about that. But it's more than that. You're rarely droning on attack there, but you were playing the Ash, but you weren't necessarily. You don't have a lot of intent. That's what I would say. Like there's not a lot of executional strategy. So like that was evident on the bomb site. So the basement bomb site. like maybe you do know, but you just didn't call it out, and how you really plant that bomb and how to get it down when you've got a 4v3 advantage. You know, the hatches were open and stuff, so attacking strategies are lacking a little bit. On attack, you dawdled a lot. The repel, we've already spoken about that, but you dawdled a little bit. There's not a whole lot of intent. You know what I mean? So you're kind of going here, you're going there. And that might come down to the fact that you're only playing with one other person here, or, you know, maybe it's just ranked. It is what it is. I always take things from a competitive aspect and like winning bomb sites and stuff. So I'd say you need to kind of work on that aspect. It's just know what you're gonna do heading into a round. Obviously, if you spot weaknesses, you can capitalize on that, but try and have a clear understanding at the beginning as to what you want to do for that round, and then execute on that.
I'm gonna go clear windows.
One stock hallway.
My man really ran out.
3 dead. There's 2 dead in your team. There's someone literally right outside your elevator and you're still on your cam. Worked out, but yeah, I'd be aware of that. I'd be shouting out to your teammates. Someone hop on my elevator cam and tell me when to peek. You know? When you've got 2 dead teammates, don't really need to be on your cams, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, that's fine. Change position. Nice.
Hello, it's back there.
Unlucky.
Block dropping upstairs. Skylight.
Helping out the brother first. I like it.
How did he...
They see you have Mozzie that's just died down a main lobby. That kind of opens it up for the buck to push up circle spiral. You can hear him.
Main lobby.
Grenade cooking.
Fuck main lobby. Nading.
I like that.
Right at you. Up main stairs.
Nearly dead, but I do like that. I like what you were thinking there. Once you heard the grenade click, you exposed yourself and over peak and out, you know, wide peaked. That's a solid play. I like that.
Planting.
Planting A, planting A, planting A.
Fuck.
Behind the bomb.
Nice shot.
Nice.
Yeah, like look, my dude, I don't think there's a whole lot that you need help with. Like, I think you definitely do need to work on communication. You weren't speaking loads and loads and loads throughout the map. Once again, I do understand that this is probably just, you know, playing with one other guy that you know. But overall, I would definitely recommend spending more time learning attacking strategies, right? And kind of approaching attacking rounds with intent. So know what you're going to be doing. If you're playing the Ash, then you need to be the one that's taking control and taking map control and being that entry fragger, right? 8 and 3, you played well. Mechanically speaking, you're too good for gold 1. So I would probably say the biggest piece of advice I could give to you, is find yourself a team, hop into competitive, get shot a few times going down that rappel, never do it again. But yeah, you're gonna be fine, my friend. You're gonna be fine. It's just a slump. Find yourself a team if you can. Yeah, if you're stuck down here, because mechanically and game sense wise, I think you are too good for gold 1. So just keep up the grind, but find yourself a team. Hop into some comp play. That'd be my advice for you. So there you have it, guys. There's episode 1 of OR6 Analysis. I want to thank you, Mr. FaZe Babu Frick. That's such a funky name, FaZe Babu Frick. I apologize if I came across rude in any way throughout that video, brother. All I'm trying to do is just pick out things in your game. It's harder for me, like I was trying to say earlier in the video, it's a bit harder for me because, like, mechanically speaking, your sound, you do understand the game, I can see that. So I'm just trying to figure out why it is that you're stuck down here in a lower rank at the moment. And like I said before, find yourself a team, hop into some comp play, and yeah, you'll be in the higher plat regions in no time, my friend. So thank you very much for sending in the video, and for anyone else that wants to have their gameplay reviewed, there's a link down in the description below where you can submit your video. And please let me know in the comments, do you have any tips for me in this sense? Is there something I could be doing better in these coaching videos? Because it's really new to me trying to do this. So if you have any advice or tips for me personally about how I can make this series even better, be sure to let me know. But without wasting any more of your time, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.